In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create a DigitalOcean managed database. By the end, you'll know exactly where to click, what each choice means, and how to confidently launch a database cluster that fits your needs. Start by signing in to your DigitalOcean control panel. From the left sidebar, open Projects. Projects are a simple way to keep your infrastructure organized so everything related to a specific app or environment lives in one place. You can create a new project if you want a fresh space for this database, or open an existing project where your application resources already live. Once you're inside the project, look toward the top of the dashboard for the Create button. Click it, and from the menu, choose Databases. This takes you to the database creation flow where you'll make a few key decisions that determine performance, reliability, and cost. The first decision is the database engine. On the Application tab, you'll see popular production-ready engines. You'll notice options like MongoDB and PostgreSQL, which are excellent for document-based workloads and relational workloads respectively. For this walkthrough, select MySQL so we have a concrete example to follow. You'll also see additional categories such as streaming and caching and search and vector. Those are great for specialized use cases, but we'll stay focused on a standard relational database setup right now. Next, choose a configuration. DigitalOcean offers multiple tiers designed for different scenarios. Basic with shared CPU is the most cost-effective and is well suited for development, staging, hobby projects, or lighter production workloads that don't need guaranteed CPU. General purpose with dedicated CPU provides consistent performance and is a strong default for most production applications. Storage optimized with dedicated CPU is designed for heavier I/O demands and larger data sets. For now, select Basic with shared CPU so you can see the flow without committing to a higher tier up front. You can always scale up later if your workload grows. After picking the tier, review the CPU options. This is where you choose a specific plan that determines how much memory and compute your cluster gets. A small plan keeps costs low for testing or small applications, while larger plans handle more connections and heavier queries. Think about your expected traffic, peak usage, and how chatty your application is with the database. If you're unsure, start smaller and monitor performance. Now choose your storage size. This is the volume allocated to your database. Pick an initial size that comfortably accommodates your data today plus some headroom for growth. To give yourself flexibility, enable autoscale storage if it's available for your selected engine and plan. With autoscaling turned on, the platform can increase storage automatically to help you avoid interruptions if you approach your limit. Select a data center region next. Choose the region closest to your application servers and your users. Proximity reduces latency and can help with compliance or data residency considerations. The goal is to minimize the distance between your app and the database for snappier performance. You're almost done. Time to finalize and create. Give your database cluster a unique, descriptive name so your team immediately knows what it supports, like the environment or service it belongs to. Select the project you want to associate this cluster with if it's not already selected. Take a moment to review the estimated total monthly cost shown on the page. This gives you a clear view of how your plan, storage, and region choices add up so you can stay within budget. When everything looks right, click Create Database Cluster. Provisioning usually takes a few minutes. Once the cluster is ready, you'll see connection details you can use in your application, along with controls for things like trusted sources and user management. As a best practice, allow access only from your application or specific IP addresses, store your credentials securely, and consider rotating them periodically. If you later notice slow queries or increased load, you can scale your plan or storage to keep performance smooth. That's it. You've just created a DigitalOcean managed database, selected the right engine and plan for your needs, chosen a region for low latency, and launched a cluster with clear cost visibility. Pause here if you want to replicate the steps in your own account, and when you're ready, we'll move on to connecting your app.